Alright guys, so I made a little tool here. It's not really a tool, it's just a little common sense, but anyway, I'm going to use this here. It's aluminum. This here is a servo horn that comes with high-tech servos. See? Here you go. Alright, so I save them. I don't throw stuff out. I save them. And look, I have a few extras. Just in case somebody needs a horn, or if their plastic one breaks, boom. I got an aluminum one that they can use temporarily, even though it's not pretty. Alright, so since I have so many of them, I have one here that I tried polishing out. I was going to use on some RCs, but I never really did. And we're going to use that here. Alright, so I got my battery terminal puller here. I want to remove this bearing, but when I start pressing it, there's no, you got a hole here. Alright, that's where your shaft comes through. So this here is just going to go right through the hole. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a stopper here, since it is metal. And I'm not going to use it for a servo. This is the tool I have now. See that? I'm going to line it up best I could. Line it up. Center it best I could. And boom. This is what I'm going to use here. Now, here we go. Look at that. Let's do this together here. See this? This is what I did. This is my new tool. Alright. Check it out. Any questions? Look at it. The bearing, the flange bearing's coming out. Anyway, if you want to remove a flange bearing from your spur gear, if you have a hard time, just do that. You can do that. See that? I'm gonna leave this one here. I'm not gonna use it for now. Let me just get the new one, and then I'm gonna show you how to press it. All right, because we're gonna have to press the sucker in as well. Okay, so this is the new spur gear I'm gonna be using. It's a 50 tooth. Okay. So the new full force flange bearing I have for it fits here perfect. So I guess Blackbone did a very well job machining this. And look at it. Look, no need to press nothing in. Look, done. Look at that. Comes in and out, perfect. All right. So I'm thankful for that. Now, if you do come across an issue like this, let's just say I was going to reuse the spur gear that comes with that, which I will be using this someday in the future when I try out different engines. But if you have a hard time removing this, you know what to do. Get a battery terminal puller, and when the time is to reinstall a new bearing, you could get a socket. A socket is a tool like this, that size. It's got to be bigger than this here, because that metal here, obviously if you put a socket to that, if you hit that, you're hitting this. You got to put it right on the bearing. Put it right on the bearing, and you can either press it on or tap it in. Right, so I'm not going to go up to the garage because I don't feel like it. I'm going to use a tool that a lot of you guys have. Where the hell is it? And here you go. Worst comes to worst, if you don't have a socket like that, which I do, I just don't feel like going upstairs. Everybody has one of these, correct? You can't be in this hobby without having one of these. I put electrical tape on everything. I mark my stuff. I do this so if I lose it on the grass or in the dirt, it's more visible. I can see it. I don't know what the hell it is with me in yellow. Even this thing is yellow. It's just visible from it. But anyway, hey look, boom. I don't know. And I don't even like yellow. I do have a race car that's yellow as well, and I don't even like yellow. I'm more of a red and blue and black color of a guy. So anyway, this is what you can do. See this? Align this best as possible. Grab this, get the fat end here, put it right over here, right in the center of that. Okay, grab yourself a hammer and tap the end over there. You need 2 hands for this. All right, center the bottom and tap this with a hammer. and don't stop until this reaches the end. Simple as that. Alright? Alright, so I can't do this one-handed, but I already tapped it a little bit. Look, it went in. I just want to show you. And there you go. Look at that. Perfect. Alright. Done. Simple. Okay, so back at it here again. I'm gonna clear all this up. Okay, so I will be using a black bone gear, 50 tooth. Once again, got the new flange bearing here. Let's put the reused and recyclable gasket, King Motor one. Alright, my first time using this. Let's see. It's in good shape, so it should be fine. Look at that, fits perfect. Alright, so back to this here. We're gonna grease this up. High pressure grease, graphite, whatever. Make sure you fill that groove up, alright? Take this out, it's gonna give us issues. Just, I'm gonna go in and out over here just to spread that grease out. That high pressure grease. See that? I'm just gonna go like that a little bit. Just get her. There you go. See what happens when you take it out? The grease stays in that groove. It's important. Alright, so now we got to put this bearing back on. Always remember the flanged end goes up against the wall of the spur gear. Use the pick to push it back in. Look at that. Good. If you do see your O-ring or seal pop out, burst out from the side, push it back in with something like this. Obviously don't poke it and crack it. But alright, man. Let's put our bevel gear. Now we're gonna line the holes. Alright. Line the holes here. Now I'm not gonna screw this in yet. I'm gonna let it sit. This is weight. This gear here has some weight to it, even though it's smaller. Alright? Because that 500K now is spreading slowly because it's so thick. So while it's spreading, I'm gonna start putting the screws on lightly, just snug. I'm not gonna torque them down yet. Sorry for the noise, so much noise in this. I can't hide. The only noise I like is loud ass exhaust systems. I have to be honest. Hearing washing machines in the background. I do enjoy my fish tank noise, but alright, so back to this here. Put some pressure. If some diff oil comes out, that's fine, who cares? Alright, I'm gonna snug them. I'm not gonna go all the way in, I'm just gonna get them somewhat ready. Okay, so before we snug them, make sure your spur gear is on straight. Okay, so do 1 and 1. Don't do the other two. Alright, that's still not torqued down, but it's somewhat even. So, slowly turn this around. Make sure you don't feel any grinding whatsoever. And everything's in place. Your spider gears. Because if it's not, now's the time to remove it and fix whatever happens. Alright, so nice and thick, yes. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. And that's what we wanted, man, especially for the center. Okay. Alright. I do have a locker, but I won't be using it here with the scope pod. And all good, guys. There's my thickened 500K center diff. Alright. Hopefully there will be no leaks. Alright. And that's it. Everything's torqued down well. Yes. Oh yes. Yes and yes. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it as that. I'm gonna leave it like this. Alright, and if you guys want to lock the center diff, you can get a monster locker or you can get a hot racing one. I had a hot racing one with the whole hot racing center diff tower. Yeah, man, right about now I wish I had that center diff tower, the whole hot racing assembly tower. My buddy Josh, the Diesel 27, has it now. I did not know or thought of ever having a second 5T platform at all, but here we go. So I got to start from scratch. And I'm gonna see how it goes. These are great brakes, but I'm gonna be changing the discs. I picked up these lightweight discs. They got these fins on them. They'll run cooler. Even though these will run cool and they have plenty of fins, but this is probably more for light looks. But they are very light. I think it may brake cooler, hands down, versus the metal ones. Though we're gonna remove them. But I'm not gonna just change these discs and install these. I'm going to. There's something I gotta bring up. There's these. When you guys get an RTR or this, remove these two bolts that hold the discs in and Loctite them. They do not have Loctite. They will come loose with the vibrations. All right. 5 of my buddies that bought these told me that they all lost their brakes. They were missing the brakes. The brakes came loose on them because the bolt would just come out. So they do not come Loctite. Make sure you Loctite them, blue Loctite. All right. I can pretty much. Oh, look. I didn't even get a tool yet. Look, I did it by hand. Look. That's unbelievable. Okay, so I'm not strong like that, but look at this. That's amazing. Okay, so like I was saying, if this thing was on my car running with the scope pod or any motor with the vibrations, this will back out and you will lose your brakes. Okay, just a quick look. You got the bolts. Took the bolts out. Took these little grub screws out as well on both sides. Alright, and here they are. Loctite, Loctite, and Loctite. I'm going to put them in now. We already did the front diff. There we go. It's got the carbon fiber discs. I had to play with it to get it in, to slide her on. Alright, and there it is. All good. I'm going to do the same over here and complete this center tower. Oh yeah, and another thing is if you guys got these carbon fiber discs for oven, just make sure you clean them. You know, get some nitro clean or alcohol, spray them, wipe them down. Alright, this is what came out right there. See that? Alright guys, got my center diff tower all in. New spur gear, new carbon fiber disc brake, Alright, all good. Okay, over here with the front end, the front diff case separated from each other to get to the diff cup. I decided to film it. This is just a close-up. Now this is a 5T platform, King Motors X2. Never used. It's a roller that was never used, and we're over here taking it apart. And this is how it comes greased. All right, it is that tacky grease. It is the. It's pretty. I wish I had a little more, but we're gonna put some more. I'm probably gonna clean that off and put red and tacky. I wish I had that Team Fast Eddie tacky grease, that differential grease. That's some really good stuff. But anyway, this is not bad. But I'm glad. I'm good. Definitely gonna add some more because it's gonna be taking some abuse and beating from that Scopod motor. Here's a look at the pinion. This is the first time I'm looking at that pinion. Let's take a look.
I'll show you how to walk. There you go. Yeah, he's scared. He's like shivering. Yeah, he's like, okay, come on. What are you doing? He's not moving. He's just like, let him be. Look, get away, get away. He's, yeah, he. Okay, come on. Oreo. Oh my God.
Okay, just got this all buttoned up. All right, I'm gonna clean up this grease here. All right, and I'm gonna use red and tacky this time. On my chrome Losi 5T, I used the marine grease, which is fine as well. But okay, got everything cleaned up. Got the pinion here cleaned up, the ring gear cleaned up. I got the new full force bearings on the front diff. I'm gonna save these. This is what came with the kit. Alright, so this is what I used on my Losi 5T, the chrome one that I did last year. Alright, it's marine grease, it's good stuff. You know, if you get moisture in there, nothing will happen to the ring gear. That's for sure. It's heavy duty. It's like for salt water, for trailers that you know pick up boats in the water, you know. So if you back up your trailer into the water, salt water does a lot of damage. So this is special grease for that. So it's good. It's kind of tacky too. It's not bad. See that? You know, but it's nothing like as tacky as the Fast Eddie diff gear or grease or whatever the hell it was called. That was like, you can just touch a little bit of grease, put your finger together and spread them, and it would be like a string here. You understand what I'm saying? It would be like that was amazing stuff. You know, Team Fast Eddie, take a look. Go through their gear oils and stuff, and their differential oils, or whatever it's called. Today we're going to use red and tacky. This is also pretty tacky stuff. It's good enough for me for now. I'm going to put more. Alright, here it is. See, it's pretty good, pretty tacky. Okay. Alright, that's pretty good. See that? See the tackiness? That's okay. But that Fast Eddie, man, that'll be like this. It'll look like bubble gum over here hanging. It was ridiculous. But this is good. Alright, so. Okay, got the ring gear on there. Nice and gooey and plenty of red and tacky grease there. I also put some marine grease here instead of graphite. Give that a try. I put that around the diff case just to act as a sealer of some sort. You know, like a pretend it's a gasket, right? So water or moisture or dust won't go in there, but you never know, it could. Okay, just a problem, guys, that came across. this stock bearing here will not come off this pinion, man. So what I did is I heated it with my heat gun. Alright, it's hot. I'm gonna try to knock this out right now. I tried prying it. I broke the seal a little bit, man. I put 3-in-1 on the shaft. I heated it up. I pried it a little bit, and now I got the scrap like this, and I'm gonna hit this. I wish I had a vise here. Yes, I can go to my garage and put this on the vise and tap this shit out right now, but I'm doing this here, down here, where I got my channel locks on here, and I'm gonna try to tap this out, okay? Okay, see? I've been tapping it, and look, it's coming out. Little by little, it's coming out. Okay, guys, so I pretty much knocked it into this position here. It got hard on me again, so I got my battery terminal puller here again that I use for my flywheels on my nitros. And look, let's see what's up. Let's try to slide this bitch out of here. I had to preheat that son of a bitch hot, man. Like I couldn't even hold it. I used one of these hex tools in the pinion right through here to hold it. That's how hot it is. Alright, yeah, so it's coming out. I put 3-in-1 on the shaft and she's coming out. Look at that. Man, at least we got to save the pinion gear, you know? Yeah, well, there it is. We saved the pinion gear. Let's see if this new bearing fits here. Oh shit, I guess not. Well, now I'm gonna have to press this sucker in. I'm gonna get a socket and I'm gonna tap this guy in. Let me bring you guys back over here. Bust out your tool. Everybody's got one of these. Once again, we're gonna put this thing to work. I started tapping the bearing. Alright, I got it flush, then I got it up to here. Then I started doing this. Instead of using the big side, use the small side. And look, it's perfect. Get that over there and tap that down. Alright, with a hammer. Tap that down to the very end. Okay? If you want, throw a little coat of grease here. Because you never know, one day in the future you may have to pull that sucker back out again. But if this ever comes out again, I'm sure I may be replacing this with Losi 5T pinion gears or something else that could be stronger. Alright, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, I just finished tapping this, so there you go. Any questions? Done. Look at that, beautiful. Alright, let's finish this now. I place a socket here. See that there? The pinion gear? I put it here like this. Put it right on it. Okay, on top of the socket. And I pounded the son of a bitch with this. Pounded that son of a bitch in there. Everything was shaking over here on this plastic table, but we did it. Alright. Now, let me complete the front diff for now. A nice feel, there we go. Look at that, both spinning at the same time in the same direction. Alright. Okay. Now I'm gonna shove some grease in here and put this back. Let me use some of this here. Push and loop. This is on a chainsaw. You have the bar, right? The bar is where the chain travels on. Okay, the arm, it's called a bar. Okay, so there's little holes at the end of the chainsaw bar, and this is a special. There's a sprocket at the end of the chainsaw, and this is special grease for that. All right, and it helps. This special grease here, it's used on where there's gears or sprockets where there's a lot of debris, like a chainsaw, there's a lot of chopped wood, a lot of wood and crap flying around. So this is special grease for that bearing on that sprocket. So I'm gonna use that in here. All right, guys, finally done. All right, there's grease in here. Hopefully this boot doesn't rip. Hopefully this grease doesn't come out. Alright. All right, over here. Late night. I actually got to be at work in 5 hours, but I'm gonna try to do the rear diff tonight or this morning, you can call it. So let me bust this up. I'd really like to install this whole ass tonight on the chassis. I just broke this open. Alright, and let's take out this diff cup. Ring gear's got very little grease. Okay, got this out. Damn, I wish I had got the blue aluminum ones from Losi. This is steel, heavy. The blue. The aluminum ones come anodized blue. But let's see what we got here. Oh, that's it. Tighter diffs. What is it with these bearings, man? They are stuck to these pinion gears. Stuck to that shaft here of this pinion gear. Oh man, I have to probably heat this up, spread this open, and use my puller. Alright guys, so here we go again with the same thing. Okay? There it is. Alright, look. Tapped it here with the hammer until she went all the way down. There you go. Now that one is a pain, but we're gonna have to do the same there. Probably a little different. There we go. I'll use this deep socket here. Let me just show you what's going on here. See that? We're almost there. Sockets underneath, holding the pinion gear. And we're gonna put this here and tap that up here. All good. All right. So now I'm gonna use the red and tacky on this. Okay, over here, trying to dump some of this 100,000 diff oil in here. All right, much easier than the 500K, that's for sure. Alright, so now next job is going to be replacing the bearings. I don't know if I'm going to upgrade these yet. I may just keep it plastic